Michigan here. They have 1996. Let's get down to pitchside and join Steve-O to introduce tonight's teams.
The fullbacks tonight are Lauren Lecuse, Wassile Savatabua, the right wingers are Mikhail Pushkanov and Joe Dakwatonga. The left wingers, Arno Savello and Matthew Crowther. The inside centres, Frederick Banke and Linton Stott. The inside centre, Pierre Chamoret and Jean-Marc Garcia. The standoffs tonight, Todd Brown and Ryan Sheridan. The halfbacks, Patrick Onta and Dean Lopez. The open side prop, Gregory Casala and Paul Broadbent. The blind side prop, Jason Sands and Danny McAllister. The hookers, Patrick Torre and John Lawless. The first set of second rowers is Darren Adams and Andy Hay. Completing the second row set is Didier Cavestani and Paul Carr. And finally, the loose forwards, Jacques Pech and Mick Cook.
So that's the way the sides line up, Steve-O, introducing them from the pitch side, a feature of European Super League this season. Mick Cook, the loose forward for Sheffield Eagles, 33 years young and revelling in this new lease of life. Just let's recap the teams for you. Luchettes, Pishkanov, Banke, Chamorin, Savello, Brown and Onta. And then it's Casala, Torre, Sands, Adams, Cavastani and Pesh. On the bench, Devecchi, Turner, Pastricotin and Bloomfield, the coach Michel Mazaret. And the Sheffield Eagles team getting themselves ready, psyching themselves up. Savatabua, Dakwatonga, Stott, Garcia, Crowther, Sheridan and Lawford. The forwards, Broadbent, the skipper, Lawless, McAllister, Hay and Carr. And it's Cook, the loose forward. On the bench for them, Aston, Farrell, Lawton and Senior. And the coach, of course, is Gary Hetherington. Match referee, it's a big night for this fellow too. Stuart Cummings is our official out in the middle, and he has got as big a job on his hands as have these players. Nerves will be tingling. This is the moment they've waited for. This is the start of European Super League. Paris Saint-Germain will take on Sheffield Eagles. All the formalities just about finished. The smoke from the fireworks is cleared, and that is the tall figure of Gregory Casala, the huge prop forward. He's 6'4", 17.5 stone, and he was spotted playing rugby in the Grenoble club here in France, and he has been plucked and brought into the Paris Saint-Germain outfit. It's a marvellous stadium, it's a wonderful atmosphere, and this is the moment that we have all been waiting for. Paris Saint-Germain will kick off. They will get proceedings underway, and it's going to be Freddie Bonquet. He needs no introduction to Sheffield Eagles, to Featherstone or to Wakefield Trinity supporters. Bonquet will get the European Super League underway. We're just waiting for the whistle of Stuart Cummings. He checks with his officials either side, and the European Super League is underway. You notice also a new innovation in the Sky Sports coverage this season. The clock in the top corner of your screen will be counting down. We will keep the official time in the Stones Super League this year. Paris Saint-Germain against Sheffield Eagles at the Charlety Stadium. Steve-O, we're underway.
Tremendous atmosphere out there. The crowd really have lifted themselves. You can see how eager that the Paris side are in defence. They'll have to be for the full 80 minutes. It was a good run by the prop forward, Paul Broadbent there. They really are using the forwards, but what a great break!
Ryan Sheridan, lovely break, and he's still going strong, and he's tracked all the way by Onta, and Bonquet is there too. Mick Cook wants to get on with it. They've made 70 metres in this set of 6. Stand by for the little kick through from Lawford. Pick up. Now then, he hasn't passed that ball, so that's a free tackle. That's a 0 tackle.
Nice little kick there through from Lawford, but good chase by the second rower, Andy Hay. They really have got their tactics sorted out here. We said before the game that the youngsters Sheridan and Lawford, how maybe they would handle this atmosphere early in the game. Well, we saw there that Sheridan made a magnificent break.
It's 4 tackles gone. That's the 5th, according to referee Stuart Cummings. They've only made 23 metres. Tremendous defence here from Sheffield Eagles. Bonquet will drop the ball downfield. Underneath it is Sovatabua. And Sovatabua, this is the 0 tackle. The kick downfield, fielded by Sovatabua. That now is the first tackle.
Good
so Sheffield Eagles with 7 in this particular set. This is Broadbent, bouncing off the tacklers.
That's good defence. They really are mixing it there. Casala leading the way. An unknown quantity, former rugby union man. He'll have to show his strength. It looks as though Paul Broadbent, the Eagles skipper, is in fine form.
Big crunch there on the number 14, Sovatabua.
Oh, Jack Petch it was. Dearie me, the loose forward put his body on the line.
This is Paul Carr now. Paul Carr unloads the ball to Garcia. It's collected by Matt Crowther. Referee says it's a knock-on. He'll put the scrum down.
Good play by the winger, Fishkinov. Came right in from the touchline, took the gamble. Well, nerves are plenty. A lot of people had doubt, perhaps. And we've seen over the years that the French side, often, they are pretty shy at tackling, but not this outfit so far. Referee Stuart Cummings has told the players that that ball hit the opposition, hit the tackler, and that's why Paris Saint-Germain got the head and feed. This is number 19, Arnaud Cervello, the winger for the Paris side, from the Saint-Estève club, so he's a man who's used to victories. This is Casala, huge figure of a man, former Polish Rugby Union international, Casala. That's Onta. He will help it on wide, and it's well picked up by Cabastani, another of the French internationals in this side. Good work by Broadbent and Carr, but another mistake from the Eagles. That's the last tackle. 16 metres made in that particular set. Great defence again. Little chip over the top, inventive play. Ball is knocked forward, though, by Todd Brown. So close. Good play by Bonquet there. He could see that the sweeper on the Eagle side was very slow. Well, an enterprising start by this Paris side. And I think some of the Sheffield players realise that this is not going to be a Sunday afternoon picnic.
Second tackle on Danny McAllister. And it's Mick Cook who picks the ball up from dummy half. That's 3 tackles gone for Sheffield Eagles. There's Cook now in at dummy half. It was Lawless who took the ball up first of all. Oh, Paul Carr is wrestled to the floor.
Pretty hard knock there by Darren Adams. Not so sure he did the right thing. He appeared to me as though he stepped on the player, got away with it.
Broadbent offloads the ball to Cook. They work the angle well, and that's Linton Stott. It was on the last tackle. That's the turnover. And Torre comes up with the ball for Paris Saint-Germain. That's Patrick Onta. He helps it on. Laurent Luchette has joined the line.
Good play by the skipper there, Summer. You could see he put his body on that line with the defence. Well, this really will have lifted the spirits of this Paris side.
5 minutes of this first ever European Super League match gone. And it's 0-0. And Stuart Cummings shouting out to the Paris side, that's Cartra, that's 4 tackles gone. So Stuart Cummings has done a bit of homework in the French language. And Casala takes it up, 5th tackle, 39 metres gone. High kick, downfield. That bounces off, it's going to be play on. The Sheffield Eagles have the ball back in the shape of Linton Stott. Good little run from Stott.
Well, the idea was there. They obviously feel that Joe Dakwatonga has got a few problems in fielding the high ball. That's the second occasion that Paris have put the ball into that corner. But they must move up a little bit quicker.
Took a bang there, Saviotoba, Dakwatonga. Limping, the winger, over on that far side. This, though, now is McAllister. And a hand on the ball at the play of the ball. Stuart Cummings, pretty quick. Blows the whistle, penalty to the Sheffield Eagles.
Well, making a real meal of it there, I'm afraid. Patrick Torre, the hooker, and there you can see the big prop forward, Casala, just getting away. Stan's also involved in that. Silly penalty, really.
But they didn't find touch, the Eagles. That's a big blunder. And that's the first tackle for Paris Saint-Germain. Back in control with the loose forward, Jacques Peche. There's Torre. Another international. And maybe a touch forward as Jason Sands came onto that football. Torre again is the dummy half. And this now is Adams. Darren Adams, the big Kiwi, signed from the Paris Racing Club, the Rugby Union Club here in Paris. Good ground made here by Saint-Germain. They've made over 60 metres. Little rubber kick through. The fullback does well.
He really did do well there, Savatoboa. He put himself on the position. Well, that's the second time that the Eagles have failed to drop one back, but it was a lovely kick through from Patrick Onta. He's going to be the engineer for any try scored, I'm sure, in this Paris outfit. But I must say, I've been really impressed with the way that this Paris side have defended.
And they've been disciplined as well, Steve-O. They've carried the ball up for 5 tackles in each set that they've had the ball in their possession. So they're holding on to the football well. Carr gets that pass away. It was risky business. Garcia, the Frenchman in the Sheffield Eagles outfit, picks it up. Has to go across the face of the play, though, before he's hit by Casala. Now then, here is Andy Hay.
That shows you how solid the defence is, that they were forcing the centre, Garcia, across the line. No way through.
They waited for the kick. They almost delayed fatally. Lawford dummied as though he was going to kick the ball through.
Well, that's the second.
Picks it up off him.
That's the second occasion that the Eagles have handed the ball over. An injury there to the prop forward, Jason Sands, involved in that last tackle.
Offside against the Eagles. Creeping forward. And referee Stuart Cummings is telling the Sheffield Eagles players to stand with him and not creep forward and go in front of him. Penalty to Paris Saint-Germain. Keith Senior's coming on. Let's go down to Bill. They have made a change. Bill?
Yeah, Keith Senior on for Sheffield Eagles. It looks like Joe Dakwitoga, the winger, has gone off with pretty serious injury by the look of things, because they've taken him straight off the park, and I think he's heading down the tunnel from where we can see now. It looked like a knee injury. So that's Sheffield forced into an early change already. Keith Senior comes on, and he'll go onto the wing in place of Joe Dakwitoga.
Tremendous driving tackle you saw there from Paul Carr on Darren Adams. Carr in again in the tackling, getting through a heap of work. This is on Tatton, lovely little run around it is too, and this now is Bonke, and Bonke to the corner! Now the referee will have a look at the touch judge, and the touch judge has called for the screen. Referee calls for the screen. He wants to have a look at the replay before making the decision whether Bonke was in touch. Taking no chances, Stuart Cummins wants another look.
Making history, but what a beautiful run there from Banke. They really did catch its drive, and you see that it was knocked out by Senior. Now then, Stuart Cummins will look at the replay, make the decision.
Referees in the screen in the stadium. The referee looking, waiting for the decision of the third official. Watch the decision. 10-metre scrum, no try. I think the picture showed that Bonke lost the ball.
He certainly didn't get the ball down, but I think you'll find that the substitute came across and just knocked it with his fingertip. Either way, it could not have been given a try, but that would have lifted their spirit. The beautiful work move. They did the runaround with Patrick Ontar.
Sovatabua on the run, the Sheffield Eagles full-back. Makes good ground. Coming up to 10 minutes of this match gone. Half an hour of the first half left. He pins the ball. Now Bonke! Bonke for the corner! Try! No doubt that time. Blinding start for Bonke. Tremendous start for Paris Saint-Germain. They take the lead. Freddie Bonke, the first Super League try. And Paris off to a flyer.
The new rule, Freddie Bonke, man-on-man, stole the possession. He was denied barely seconds before. Man-on-man, fingertip, took the ball. It was Lawless that was caught. And the centre. Oh, superb stuff. Frederic Bonke. He knows he's got to make it this time. There'll be no call from the referee, Stuart Cummins. What a start for Paris. The crowd have absolutely gone bananas here.
Tremendous start for Freddie Bonke, the 22-year-old. And of course, Bonke scoring tonight against his former club. First Super League try, and it goes to the Frenchman. They lead by 4 points to 0. The kicker is number 14, Patrick Torre. The hooker just couldn't find the range. He misses. But Paris Saint-Germain crucially have a 4 points to 0 lead against the Eagles of Sheffield.
Well, at a time where the Eagles really wanted to just calm things down, they've just made a substitution because Dakwitoga injured. So the right wing and off, and they were at 6s and 7s trying to get themselves organised. And at a time when possession was vital, the fingertip control took it away from Lawless, and off he went.
Bonke, the try scorer, Bonke just kicked off, and he's found a touch over on that far side. The referee puts the scrum down 20 metres in from touch on the far side. Sheffield have the possession, and that is Dean Lawford, the scrum half.
Good play by the loose ball.
Garcia.
Good play by Pesh there. Very quick out of the scrum. No way that Lawford could make any ground, and you can see clearly that this Paris side are moving quickly in a dish-like defence out wide.
Stray boot of Paul Broadbent catching Jason Sands in the mouth there, and Sands looking at the touch judge on this near side, who would have none of it. They're struggling to get to his feet. Now this is Lawless, who lost the ball, trying to make amends immediately, gets it away to Hay. Lovely run from Hay. This is Ryan Sheridan. Sheridan's got a ton of support out wide, and it's Keith Senior, the substitute, who is buried in that tackle. tackle by 3 Paris defenders. So close though, the Eagles, and they're in! Oh, he's lost the ball over the line! Linton stopped, and the referee again wants to take a look. He calls time off, and he goes for the screen. It looked as though Stott had lost the ball as he got over the line.
Good work on the blind side. A little halfback got it out. You could see there that Savello, the winger, and he's lost it. The crowd telling the referee, Stuart Cummins.
Pierre Chamerin was the man who was applying the pressure. The referee, Stuart Cummins, is waiting for the decision on the screen in the stadium.
Well, it's making history, referee Stuart Cummins.
That's twice he's called for the screen in the opening quarter of an hour here.
Bit of a smile on the referee's face, and they're right.
20-metre tap then for Paris Saint-Germain. They had already lined up. They had seen the replays as we had seen the replays, and Stuart Cummins has got them lined up, but he called for the screen. He had to wait.
Not only that, it has proved now. It's convincing. There is no way they can get out of it now. It's quite clear, not only to the officials, but also to the crowd, and that can only help.
Stuart Cummins getting the Sheffield Eagles side back a good 10 metres. He's really working hard with the players. He's speaking to the Frenchmen in their native tongue, and of course he is well understood by the men from Sheffield. It's a high kick downfield. That's hanging in the air. Good take by Keith Senior, under pressure from Pierre Chamerin.
Good work by the skipper, but it was a great kick.
And Paris are offside.
Plenty of time there to get their players down. He'll be quite happy there, the skipper, Chamerin. Really is a talented player, got all the experience needed to lead by example. A new club, a new league, the Super League.
A huge kick hung in the air from Todd Brown. Keith Senior dealt with it perfectly. Only just on the field, remember, Senior, the substitute. Broadbent has been there from the start, the Sheffield Eagles captain. Sheffield, of course, who finished 5th in the Centenary Championship, their best ever finish. Paul Carr gets the pass away, and this is McAllister. McAllister spins in the tackle. Sheffield are closed down, though, and it's that huge figure of Casala. And this now is Ryan Sheridan. They're in the danger zone, Sheffield Eagles. Clobbered, though, by Torre. Great tackle.
Came in well over the top there. Sheridan really felt that. Here's Lawford. I must say it, this French defence, they really are working hard.
Here's a chance, though, for Lawless again. Gets the ball back to Cook. But the Paris defence, they are working hard, and they have defended that set of 6. And it's the turnover. They lead by 4 points to 0 here in the Charlety Stadium. Paris Saint-Germain.
Well, surely the Sheffield coach, Gary Hetherington, will get the message out to his Chargers. That's the 3rd occasion that they've had the handover, yet to use the kick. And the French side, Paris Saint-Germain, have used the kick to good value.
People still coming into the Charlety Stadium as this match counts down towards half-time. 24.5 minutes of the first half still to go. The clock you see in the top left-hand corner of your screen, let me repeat once again, that's the official time as that kick just finds touch.
The little general, superb play this. Well, he just got the right kick at the end. Bit of a wry smile on his face. Ontard, he's been around for quite some time.
He is. He's the longest-serving international for the French. His debut way back in 1986, the 10-all draw against Great Britain over here in France.
Well, the Eagles have to start taking a look at themselves. They've got to really roll their sleeves up. 23 minutes into this game, and even though they've made quite a few breaks, they have not gelled together. They look a little bit lost at the moment. It's down to individual skills, and I'm sure that's not pleasing their coach, Hetherington.
Broadbent carting the ball up again. Of course, the Eagles have had to rejig and reorganize. Keith Senior is the man on. That's McAllister, though, with that drive upfield. Let's get some news of Dakwitonga downstairs, his Bill.
Joe Dakwatonga's got a lot of ice on his knee. It could be ligament damage. They're giving it about 10 minutes to see whether it wears off, if it's just a bad strain. But he doesn't look very comfortable at the moment. A lot of ice on that knee. Alan Hunt down on pitch side as well. I think impressed by this Paris Saint-Germain start.
Yeah, obviously Sheffield are cutting them up a bit round the rucks, but they're scrambling very well, and they're taking an opportunist try, and they've got a deserved 6-point lead. They've taken the chances. Sheffield really have to keep at it around the ruck with the hooker and try and open France up a bit more. But Paris are sticking in there, and it looks like a good game.
Darren Adams plays the ball on tap with the little dab down the wing, but the ball runs dead in goal.
He won't be happy with that. The idea was there. He was put under a lot of pressure by the second rower, Andy Hay. Far too strong. Well, he'll be pleased with their effort so far. He knows that he's got to keep them going. Experience of Chameray, the skipper, and of course Ontard. Important that he keeps them away. There's a buzz in this stadium, and with tackling like that, why not?
Tremendous defence. Number 23, Didier Cabastanet, and Freddie Bonquet on Jean-Marc Garcia. This now is McAllister.
They mean business. They're putting their bodies on the line. Amazingly, Jacques Ferrou, the man who brought this all about in France, created the Paris side in the Super League. He told him yesterday, Eddie, that just go out there, really enjoy it. Play with pride, yes, but make sure you enjoy it and entertain.
Well, they're entertaining so far. They're leading by 4 points to 0. We're coming up to the midway point in this first half, and they're starting to sing in Paris already. They are pretty impressed. Lawford, and the crowd, they are saying here in Paris tonight, is now approaching 15,000. What a start for European Super League here in the French capital. They've been pouring in through the turnstile since the very first whistle. This is Lucas as he takes the ball up, and that's the Charlety Stadium, this impressive stadium. An all-seater, 25,000 capacity, and they've attracted 15,000 here for the opening match in European Super League. Terrific start.
For the Paris side, yes, but the Sheffield Eagles really have to shake themselves. Really lethargic. On the last play, the ball set at 6, they were just stood still. They have to start moving forward.
Patrick Torre is the dummy half, and he gets the pass away to Jacques Peche, his loose forward. 46 metres made in that set of 6. The ball now is flung back into the arms again of Bonquet. Again, they attack that right-hand side. That's going to be a 0 tackle. Senior picks the ball up, runs it back, doesn't pass it, carts it up, gets the 0 tackle, and that's number 1 in this set of 7 now for Sheffield Eagles. New rule in Super League this year.
And it's working well, but good defence again by the loose forward, sorry, the second rower, Didier Cabastanet. He's working hard. See the defence moving up quickly, but that's a good ball out wide.
Linton Stott has some space to exploit down there. Torre is after him though. A little bit of help from Cervello as well. But Sheffield Eagles now pouring forward, looking for the opening. Good pass. This is Linton Stott again. Good tackle though by Lucas. In quickly.
You see the fullback shouting to get someone back. As soon as the fullback had moved in to do that tackle, he knew the kick was coming.
Good kick. Deep in goal here. The ball goes free. So close.
Good kick from Lawford. Really well coming through. Beautiful break though. They're making the initial break at the start, but the scrambling defence is pretty solid. Good work indeed there. Chameray leading by example again.
Time's back on, clock's ticking down. Jacques Peche takes it up. Met by Paul Cook, Mick Cook, his opposite number. This is Pierre Chameray, the Paris Saint-Germain skipper.
Good play by Linton Stott there. Said before the game that the clash between Stott and Chameray would have been exciting. Certainly has proved that way, keeping a watchful eye on each other.
Jack Witonga, the Sheffield Eagles winger, is sitting ruefully watching as Onta makes another little inroad into Sheffield Eagles territory, and that's good ball again. It's supported by Onta. He's got the man inside. Bonke again. Garcia with the tackle. Bonke looking to offload as he went down in the tackle. Nobody was there, but Onta floats the ball out wide. Just called into touch. That's a great tackle by Keith Senior.
It had to be as well. He's got plenty of speed as Savello. Nice long ball out wide, though, from Patrick Onta. But Frederick Bonke, what a great game he's having. But no support there. You could see that Sheffield were very slow to get back. The beautiful pass by the loose forward, Jacques Pesch. They're playing okay.
McAllister again for Sheffield Eagles from the South Queensland Crushers Club. The ball went backwards, play on. Sovatabua has the ball for the Eagles, but it's been scrappy so far.
Good work from the prop forward Jason Sands, and the defensive work of Darren Adams in the second row for the Parish side. They really have excelled themselves.
That's a great run from Lawford. Shamaran doing well, and Onta. Andy Hayes, the dummy half. This is Sheridan. The high kick. Here's a tester. And it's come back for Garcia. The referee has got the hand up, though. That's the last tackle. That's the turnover.
Well, the referee, Stuart Cummings, has claimed that the ball there came back to Bonke and that he made no attempt to play for it. And I think on the replay, he was right. Well, at least the message has got out to the Eagle side that let's not just give the ball back after the 6. He's put the kick through on the last 2 occasions. That's what Sheffield have done.
That's bad news for the French side. Freddie Bonke is injured.
I think he was twisted his leg, perhaps, when he went up for that. There's the defence. Bonke twisted the knee, perhaps. Oh, that's a bad mistake. Well,
he thought the ball had gone backwards.
Well, Cummings was just allowing the advantage, non-forthcoming to Sheffield. Look of dismay on the face of Arnaud Savello. Got plenty of speed as a youngster.
That's the blow for Paris. Bonke, their try scorer, is off. He has been substituted by Ian Turner, number 25, who is a centre or a standoff, who played for the Brisbane Souths club. This is Turner's first appearance in France.
A fiery
25.
Fiery customer as well. He'll get really stuck in. Typical Australian attitude. But again, we see quick defence. Onta leading the way. They're not allowing Sheffield much room to move.
Stott again, seen plenty of the ball first half. Sheffield have had the better of the possession, but they trail on the scoreboard where it matters. That's a lovely run, though. It's a terrific run from Dean Lawford, and Lawford scores a quite magnificent try. Dean Lawford cut through the defence with apparent ease then. The Great Britain Academy International sliced through the Parish defence and has scored under the post to level the scores.
He was the one man that really was playing up to scratch. Beautiful play by the youngster. Looked as though the runaround was coming through, and he did with his halfback partner, Sheridan. But look at the explosive speed there, and for once, the arms of Didier Cabastanet, not enough. Well played there. Run around, and you can see they just held off. Cabastanet just a little bit slow to move into that position. But that's just reward for that man. He's worked hard.
Super try from the 18-year-old Great Britain international. The first Super League try of his career, and of course the first Super League try scored by a British player. Dean Lawford levels the scores. Right underneath the sticks for Lawford. Played, as I say, for the Great Britain Academy against the French in Hull last month. Kicked 4 goals in a 64-10 victory. And it's Matt Crowther who has got the goal-kicking responsibilities for the Eagles. He's bang in front. The crowd here tonight doing their best to put young Crowther off. He's only 21. No problems, though. Steady nerves. And the Eagles have the lead. They lead by 6 points to 4 here at the Charlety Stadium.
You'll see the defence. There's a man there. The one goes up. It's Brown that leads the way, but I'm afraid the loose forward, Kabastani, or should I say the second row, was slow to get through there. But let's not take anything away from this youngster. He's dynamic. Nice little dive. By Jove, the Eagles were desperate to get that. Oh, great crunch there by Lawless.
Broadbent was in as well to lend a hand, and the man who felt that was Didier Kabastani. Look at that. Terrific tackle.
Well, that'll lift the Eagles' spirits. The try, and when you come up with a tackle like that, hard work in the forwards.
Maybe the Eagles now beginning to find their Super League feet here in the French capital. Good tackling by Andy Hay, but the Frenchman managed to keep that ball alive. Summer was the man who was hunting the opportunity. That's Torre, the hooker, the kick downfield. Zero tackle call, Stuart Cummings. Great chase, super chase. Jacques Pesch leading the way.
Good play again by the loose forward. And you can see there again, Darren Adams. What a great tackler, and what a worker. Coming across again. Oh, that was a bit high, though.
Number 13, Aaron Adams, came in with the swinging arm.
Well, he undid it all there. That's a silly penalty to give away. Sheffield camped down on their own quarter. Little doubt that he went over the top of the shoulder. A little bit over-enthusiastic, but he has worked hard. You know, it is important to really have a good game today.
Well, Darren Adams, Steve-O, is 6'4". Kabastani 6'4", and Casala is 6'4". They have some height and weight in that Paris Saint-Germain pack.
I'm glad I'm catching the plane back tonight. Wouldn't want to meet those.
This is Linton Stott on the run. Sheffield are beginning to find their feet. Lawless from dummy half. Stott is there to take the pass. And here's the engine room. It's Sheridan. Tackling, though, on Sheridan was by Todd Brown, his opposite number. Lawford again, scorer of the try. Broadbent helps it further wide to Sheridan. Sheridan is starting to impose himself on this match. They're having difficulty putting Sheridan down. He's 12 metres short of the line. Shamaran comes in to finish him off. Lawless directing operations at the play of the ball. Switches the direction of the attack. Andy Hay on the burst, and Andy Hay scores. They caught them on the blind side. And Andy Hay with the try for Sheffield that stretches the Eagles' lead.
Nice switch to the blind side there, the little halfback. See how Lawford just pulled him in there. Andy Hay's timing was superb. It's all about sucking in the defence. The little halfback then, you could see the defence go at him, and at the last split second, beautiful football, tremendous stuff there. Fullback with Kesta, sucked right in. There you see Brown says take it, but I'm afraid that Brown went too. Nothing that Pesch could do. It's all about positioning and the timing of the pass, and that was superb.
Second rower Andy Hay, 22 years old, former under-21 international. Played against the French in Albi. First try for big Andy Hay, and the Eagles beginning to smile a bit now here in the French capital. They've weathered the storm. They took a 4-0 deficit, and they have bounced back with 2 tries. And Matt Crowther, from bang in front just a few minutes ago, 1 out of 1. This is certainly a far more difficult angle. Two tries in 5 minutes for the Eagles has turned this game round. He's pulled the kick though. Paris 4, Sheffield Eagles 10.
3 defenders, they sucked into Lawford. The positioning of Hay is quite superb. It was always going to be a try as soon as the ball was released. That is tremendous work from the youngster. Dean Lawford having the time of his life, and the confidence must be building now between the two little halfbacks, Sheridan and Lawford. They will come more and more into this game, I'm sure.
Cabastanet taking the tackle from Sheridan, yes. The two young halfbacks that Gary Hetherington has given first chance to in Super League, meaning Mark Aston is on the bench. They are starting to enjoy themselves, and Adams has dropped the ball. Eagles have got it back. Try scorer Andy Hay. This now is Mick Cook. Bounces off one tackle. Can't get away, though, from Cabastani this time. Carr is in at dummy half. That's two tackles gone. Lawless, the acting halfback, into the arms of Sheridan. On to Lawford. The link for the Eagles. Stott is there. 7 minutes, first half to go. Sheffield Eagles ahead, 10 points to 4. Summer has joined the line. Summer sees a space. Turns and spins in the tackle, keeps the movement going. They'll load it out wide if Sheridan can get it out to them. Goes the other way instead, finds Carr. Here's Broadbent. Now Andy Hay. Hay over the head of Broadbent. Cook picks up the pieces. Referee said the ball went backwards. Play on Eagles.
Well, I'm not so sure about that. That ball looked to have gone forward to me. Broadbent touched it. That's a forward too.
And the referee agrees with you this time. Senior thought he was in for the try.
Nice play again by Lawford, though. They really are buzzing. That's the one there. Now, that was projected forward. And also, perhaps, Cook may have been classed as being offside. Either way, the Parish side quite happy to get possession. They'll feel a little bit better now, the Sheffield Eagles. We mentioned earlier that on 3 occasions they've handed the football over, playing out their 6. Now they're using the kick.
But, Steve, I think it's no coincidence that since Freddie Bonke went off with the ankle injury, Paris Saint-Germain have gone into their shell. He started like a house on fire.
Well, it certainly it was a bad loss to them. And I'm more inclined to think that the Sheffield Eagles have got back into their game plan. Not just doing individual stuff, but working hard for it.
Nearly through. Mikhail Pishkanov. Referee calls the knock-on.
Never really under control there from Pishkanov. But a neat little pass by Patrick Ontar again. Well, it really wasn't intended to get a pass out wide.
Yes, it bounced off the chest of Turner. Means that Sheffield Eagles are back in control of the football as we enter the last 5 minutes of this first half. Broadbent goes down in the tackle. Casala was in there, so too Jason Sands. Lawless gets the pass away. He finds Lawford, another wide pass to Senior, who brushes the tacklers off. And Shamaran has got through some work in this first half. Here's Sovatabua. Lovely stepping run from Sovatabua, the Fijian international. Carr keeps the movement going. Tackle coming in on him from Cabastani again. Nope. Juggling skills, but not of the right order. Lawless again, making an error.
Making an appeal to his skipper, Paul Broadbent, saying, but he really never had control of that. Well, I'm sure that Gary Hetherington will be quite happy to talk to his charges at half-time. Offside at the scrum. Far too quick. Quick penalty taken.
And they're taking it quickly, too. Onta is doing his best to try and inject the speed into this Paris Saint-Germain side. Shamaran, as he picked that ball up, he was clouted by Senior. It was a terrific tackle.
Tremendous play by the winger there. Came off the touchline. Lined up the Paris skipper.
That's Casala. He plays the ball to Torre. Torre trying to get the pass back. Adams keeps the movement going. Casala is there again. Broadbent gets to him with a little bit of help from Linton Stott. Less than 3.5 minutes to go. First half. Paris trailing 10 points to 4. Ball bounces off the chest of the number 24.
At another 10, you'll find that it was Jacques Pestes there, Eddie. But it was a well-worked move back on the inside, and really it was wasted. If it had taken that football, that would have been a try. I know you shortchanged me, but
I looked down the list. I looked down the list. There was no 24 there. This is Sheridan, though. There's a number 6 there. Sheridan, terrific run. Oh, he loses the ball in the tackle, though. Paris gets the ball back. It was a terrific chase back by the defender. And Ryan Sheridan is down. He has felt the full weight of that tackle. This is Pishkanov.
Well, that really would be a bad blow for the Eagles.
Torre, that's a lovely ball from him. And that's Jason Sands, who was on his inside. Torre is there again. Remember, Eagles have got a man down injured, but they're spilling the ball, the Frenchman. Picked up neatly there by Danny McAllister. He takes the tackle from Kabastani.
Todd Brown, not the best pass there, but he was looked after, wasn't he? He really did move up quickly there. Matthew Crowther getting himself involved.
Crowd are quiet inside the Charlety Stadium. They know that as we approach half-time, this is perhaps a crucial stage of the match for Paris Saint-Germain. They don't want to concede another try. They won't for the time being. Linton Stott has dropped it.
Took his eyes off the football there. Not the best pass, though, from Andy Hay. Well, a few errors creeping in on both sides now. Quite cold out there. A bit of a wind appears to have just got up over the last 5 minutes.
Linton Stott forming the defensive line as this scrum goes down. Sheridan has limped his way to the sideline, so Eagles will play up to half-time, no doubt, hoping that the attack doesn't come down the left-hand touchline as far as they are concerned. But in the last minute of this first half, and that's Darren Adams spinning in the tackle, but halted by Broadbent.
Good work also from Jean-Marc Garcia.
Little kick through, and that's a try. Well, it's either Pishkanov who is claiming it,
or Todd Brown.
He's having a word.
It's definitely a try, surely.
He's given it right on the stroke of half-time. Pishkanov has claimed the try. Todd Brown was there too.
Doesn't matter.
I think you'll find the last touch was Pishkanov.
Doesn't matter who scored it. It came at a vital time and engineered by the little master, Patrick Ontar. Well, Pishkanov may claim it, but I'd give it to Todd Brown. Either way, it's just what the doctor ordered. They really did split them away there. The fullback, Samatabua, was really very, very slow coming across.
Pishkanov is the man who scored the try, the 28-year-old. The man who played in the Emerging Nations World Cup for Moldova. He got a hat-trick against Morocco at Northampton. And how's that for a conversion from Patrick Torre? And there's the half-time siren. The referee, I don't think he's heard it. The referee has not heard the half-time siren. And he's still not heard the half-time siren. He might now. No, he hasn't. We can hear it. Everyone around the world can hear it, except Stuart Cummins out there on the field.
Well, the crowd are making a real din. The guy with the klaxon is going bananas. He's trying to make sound. He's noticed now as Stuart Cummins.
The touch judge waved the flag in the air, and he says he can't hear it. It's a long way from here to there, but the scores are level at half-time at 10 points all. Right on the stroke of the interval, Mikhail Pishkanov came up with a try, and it was a wonder kick off the touchline by Patrick Torre. So Super League is off to a flying start here in the Charlety Stadium in Paris. Paris Saint-Germain 10, the Sheffield Eagles 10. And it was the little general, Patrick Onta, who came up with the kick, and Pishkinov who came up with the try. It's 10-all. Points all. The European Super League first match is all square at half-time. Bonquet and Pishkinov for the Frenchmen, Lawford and Hay for Sheffield Eagles. The goals from Torre and Matt Crowther, 10-all, and about 15,000 people inside the Charlety Stadium here in Paris. Plenty of Union Jacks, plenty of klaxon horns as well, and that, I think, is why referee Stuart Cummings just didn't catch the half-time siren. But this is a tremendous night for the European game here in the French capital. The Paris Saint-Germain mascots, and they've got a karaoke going on in the centre of the field now. And the Eagle man is here as well from Sheffield, I can tell you. And at 10 points all, I think everybody just about will be quite happy inside the stadium. But Alan Hunt, what about Gary Hetherington, the Sheffield Eagles coach? Will he be a happy man?
No, I don't think so. I think Sheffield got off to a very good start. Ryan Sheridan making an early break, and they kind of lost their ascendancy. The French then came with an opportunist try, and Sheffield was struggling, but I think Gary will probably be in there telling them they've got to take the opportunities around the ruck. I think the Paris Saint-Germain market defence isn't very good, and if they follow that line, then Sheffield will probably come away, but the French, they're hanging in there, and the scrambling defence is keeping Sheffield at bay. And
they got a try exactly when they wanted it, right on the stroke of half-time, Paris. That will lift them for second half.
Oh, definitely. Another thing Gary will probably be telling them is to put a bit more pressure on Patrick Onton in the kicking game. There's been an up and under, a chip, and eventually a little grubber through that resulted in a try. So, you know, you really want Patrick Onton calming down when it comes to his kicking game.
And, Steve-o, it looked at one stage there, as we got towards the half-hour mark, that the Sheffield halfbacks of Sheridan and Lawford had started to take control.
Well, they were making the half break. They were working extremely hard. But if Sheffield work their prop forward, work their hard men, take it up down the middle, and a quick play the ball. I noticed late in that first half that the Paris side were very slow to come back. They were doing a lot of hard work moving forward, and this is where we use Lawless. Lawless is very, very good at that. But quite frankly, I think the Eagles just lost their way. They were playing far too much individual football. They'd lost the plot very early in the piece. 3 occasions, they handed the football over to Paris. That is not in the game plan for a man like Gary Hetherington.
And with a man like Patrick Onta always sniffing for the opportunity, and he got it right on the stroke of half-time, the lovely kick through, and he came up with the 4. And then the kick.
Is a classy player. Look, the man knows what it's all about. And as Alan said, you must move forward. You've got to apply the pressure onto him. This guy's got plenty of experience. He's a classy player. He knows what he wants, and you've got to shut him down. I think Hetherington won't be just saying a few words. I think he'll be going absolutely crackers in there and saying, hey, come on.
Because he doesn't want to come here and lose, obviously, on the first weekend of Super League. You can't lose anything. You lose no ground in this competition this season.
You said before that the game started that, you know, we don't want to spoil the birthday party or the party of any description. I'm telling you, Gary Hetherington was saying, you're getting no presents from me, and they've got to work hard. This is big-time stuff. They've got to start getting into it. The forwards have got to start working.
Well, the forwards have got to start working, and outside, you can probably hear it in the background. The entertainment is going on apace here, and it might be 10-all at half-time, but I'll tell you something. This is a victory for European Super League and a victory for Jacques Fourreau. He has got 15,000 people inside this stadium, and they and you watching at home in the UK and in other parts of the world must be enjoying what you're seeing. It's 10-all at half-time. Paris Saint-Germain against the Sheffield Eagles. Second half comes up next.
Sunday, a brand new Simpsons.
There it is, boys. The championship trophy.
Winning the bowling league requires team effort.
Those beers are $5 apiece.
But what they don't need
Nothing's gonna stop us now.
is a handicap.
I want to join your team. Look at that. All the way to the end with only one push.
Goodbye, Trophy.
A brand new episode of The Simpsons, Sunday at 6 on Sky One.
If you usually receive a tax return form, remember to keep all papers relating to tax and make a record of your income and expenses. That way, you won't lose sleep over self-assessment.
For more information, ring 0345 16 15 14 anytime.
Cake bars baked in tiny individual tins, revealed Mr. Kipling. Another of his big ideas. He does make exceedingly good cakes.
Why must I work like a dog?
Ronambourg 1664, the best love premium beer in France. Sorry.
Norwich Union Direct can protect your car and home for less. Beat.
Good photography comes from developing an eye for a picture. I love taking pictures. You can't afford to miss opportunities. The best pictures are simple. They capture the moment. I want my friends to look at my pictures and react. It's essential I use the right camera, so I use this camera.
The Kodak Sun Gold camera,
which comes loaded with Kodak Gold film. Are you ready for your close-up?
Lucky Dip, please. That's a pun, please.
Lucky Dip is the easiest way to play the National Lottery. It's you. It could be you.
If you're moaning, mouthing, nice to know. When you stand real close, it tells you so.
take that as a warning. Stop, whatever's moving. Aquafresh.
Aquafresh not only freshens breath, it also helps fight plaque, gum disease and tooth decay.
It's a fresh approach to mouth protection.
And at the end of the day, Aquafresh still stays with you.
Aquafresh, it's not just a pretty face.
Switch to a network where everyone gets inclusive minutes. Call 0800 80 10 80.
Great action in April live on Sky Sports. Snooker's best contest the prestigious British Open. There's Premiership football and the race for the title builds to a climax. England take on Croatia and there's also Scottish Cup football. It's cricket Caribbean style with New Zealand's tour of the West Indies, plus comprehensive coverage of the Benson & Hedges Cup. There's World League American football, and that man Fogarty will be turning on the heat with continuing coverage of the Super League. That's April's lineup on Sky Sports. Welcome back to the Charlety Stadium here in Paris, where at half-time it's all square, 10 points apiece. Paris Saint-Germain with tries from Bonquet and Pishkinov, the goal from Torre, and Sheffield Eagles with the try from Lawford and Hay, and the goal from Matt Crowder. 10 all, couldn't be tighter at half-time. And Patrick Torre in the French test team for the last 5 years, and 5 appearances against Great Britain in that time. And a man who knows what it's like to be a winner. And I rather fancy, Steve-O, that whereas Sheffield Eagles coach Gary Hetherington will be going absolutely crazy in the dressing room, the French coach Michel Mazeret will be well pleased with the opening 40 minutes of his European Super League life.
And so he should be. It's a bitter blow to lose Frederic Banquet. And I'm sure that he knows that if he can keep the forwards working hard, the defence has to move up quickly. They know the qualities of John Lawless, the hooker, on the Eagles' side. And if they can contain them, then they're definitely going to be in with a chance. He knows the experience of Patrick Ontard and, of course, the skipper, Chamaran. They really do have classy players out there. He's the man that could create a tremendous upset.
A winner with Hull, and of course he played at Leeds. 94-95 did Patrick Ontar, the little scrum half, wearing number 8. That's his squad number. But this, of course, now is the Stones European Super League, and the second half at the Charlety Stadium is about to get underway. We're 10 all here, and it's going to be Sheffield Eagles who get the second 40 minutes counting down. Tremendous opening half, great contest, and who's for winning in the second 40 minutes? Important that both these sides get off to a winning start.
Good defence there, Broadbent leading the way. Jacques Peche really felt that.
There's Lucas.
Rather interesting tactic that the French coach Mazaret is using. He brings up Lequesa, the full back, into the line, not only in attack but in defence. And Patrick Ontar goes back into the full-back position. Obviously a ploy, maybe to perhaps give Ontar a little bit of a rest.
Well, the Paris side, they are the unknown quantity in this European Super League, and that could so easily be their strength. But this is Casala, and Andy Hay watched him all the way. And that's the turnover. Casala caught in possession on the last tackle. Keith Senior with the first drive upfield for Sheffield Eagles. And we can go downstairs to Bill Arthur, who's got news of the injured players.
Confirmed at half-time that both Freddie Bonquet and Joe Dakwitoga will take no further part in this game. Dakwitoga with a knee injury, Bonquet with an ankle ligament injury. So that's first game of the season, and both sides have picked up casualties. It doesn't look as though they're going to recover quickly from those injuries.
Now that's a big blow for Bonquet and for Dakwitoga. This, though, is Sovatabua, the Fijian full-back for Sheffield Eagles. He's a real handful, this fella. He takes some putting down. Peche and Shamaran are there to drag him to the ground eventually. Now Broadbent. Captain's part required from Broadbent. He unloads the ball brilliantly to Cook. Cook is wrapped up by Darren Adams. Lawless is in there at dummy half. So close now, the Eagles. Here's Lawford. There's Hay. Tries to step on the inside. Gets the pass away. Lawford gets the pass away again to Stott. Stott is wrestled to the ground by Cervello. Arno Cervello coming off his line to stop the danger. And they've pinched the ball there. That's allowed this season. Andy Hay is dragged into touch, and he dropped it anyway.
I think he dropped it too.
He's calling time off the referee, and he wants to look at the screen again. Well, Andy Hay is down and receiving treatment while we all look at the big screen here at the Charlety Stadium. Now then, he's lost that.
A lot of tries being bombed, and you could see just at the last moment, this is the reason why we have gone to the electronic aid. And it was Hay that took the ball away from the hooker, Torre. You can do that now with a new rule, man on man. That is allowed. We saw a try coming from it. In fact, the first try when Freddie Bonquet.
20-meter place kick and no try is the decision. Quite right. Andy Hay, all right now. Took a bang on the head. It's very, very hard on the field out there, I can tell you. Quite dry in Paris. And he banged his head, actually not on the pitch, but apparently, Steve-O, with Pierre Chamaron. And he's also a bit groggy, so a clash of heads.
Well, the Paris skipper did come across very well. And I must say that this addition of bringing in the looking at the screen certainly has worked. Good play there by Todd Brown.
Torre gets the ball away to Ontar. Ontar saw a little gap. Broadbent quickly closed him down. Pishkanov, the try scorer, right on half-time. High-hanging kick. And there's some wind out there now. The ball bounces kindly. And he almost had it, Chamarin. But it bounced off his knee.
Should have taken that. Was good work there by Darren Adams to jump up higher than anyone else. Palm it back. And the Paris skipper, Chamarin, will be unhappy about that. A lot of work, though, from Hay. He's working hard. He's certainly doing his job in the forwards.
And the attendance here at the Charlety Stadium tonight, 17,873. That is a terrific effort by the people of Paris and by Jacques Verreau in particular. And that news has just been flashed up on the screen here at the Charlety Stadium too. And I'll tell you what, Steve-O, there is one or two gasps of astonishment. 17,000. Terrific effort.
Tremendous. The Parisians have turned out in force. And there again we see that the Eagles running out their complement of tackles. Well, unless offside there, very, very quick to move up.
It's the 6th time, by the way, Steve-O, that the Eagles have turned the ball over in the tackle.
It's amazing there, and you can see referee Stuart Cummings. He was the only one that had gone back the 10. None of the Eagles on the left-hand side got anywhere near it.
Cavastani, second rower, gets the ball away, keeps it alive. Jason Sands now. Paris finding their feet in European Super League. Casala, huge man, lovely ball, popped it up for Adams. Another 6'4" effort here from Adams. And that's a great bit of defence from Sheffield Eagles to keep him out. He's a giant. Onta tries to slide the ball through. It comes back off the Sheffield Eagles player, but the referee has not wiped the tackle count down. Here's Casala. Smothering defence from Stott. Stott again working very hard at the play of the ball. This is the last tackle. Sands for dummy half. Onta again, spreads the ball out wide. It was just in front of the man.
Ian Turner had no chance to get that. It was just not the best pass. And that is a real chance gone begging. Offside too. I'm afraid that the substitute Ian Turner should really have been moving on to that. Perhaps just floating away from him. He won't be happy with it. Neither will the man that got the pass out wide, Patrick Onta. And to add to their woes, you could see that the Paris side made no attempt to come back to the referee.
All offside, Paris, so penalty. Sheffield Eagles, and Mark Aston is warming up and ready to come into this second half here at the Charlety Stadium.
That doesn't surprise me, because the experience of Mark Aston will ensure that the Eagles do not hand the ball over after their complement of 6.
Well, I'm sure his pride was hurt when he was put on the bench for the first match. Ball goes to ground. Summer Rugby picks up, though, before he's enveloped by the tacklers. And the Paris crowd, all 17,000 of them, beginning to find their voice and get behind their team, and he loses the ball. And it's well picked up there by the French defence. Todd Brown.
Another mistake, and another run from Brown. Trying to turn for the support. Or should I say Piskunov. Oh, swinging arm there from John Lawless.
Went without the ball, bounced off the ankle, play on. Support arrives. Chamaran, Pierre Chamaran, the man inside, picked up brilliantly.
Savello did well there to come back and support. This could be try time.
Adams with the try. They're on their feet. Darren Adams, the Kiwi. 6 feet 4 inches tall, and he was not going to be stopped. And all the Parisians are up on their feet.
The first time that the skipper Chamaran has made the ground. And look at the big fella go. Darren Adams, he really did crunch through then. A quick play the ball. Talk about putting your shoulder to the work. That really was superb. Look at the skipper there. Back on the inside. Well taken. It was superb play there. Lovely stuff by Savello, the winger. It all came about from the quick play the ball. Putting the power, the legs, the shoulder. Great try.
Darren Adams, 6'4", the Kiwi, signed from Racing Club Paris, the rugby union club in this city, and much is expected from him. And much was given then by the big fellow. Darren Adams gives Paris Saint-Germain the lead, and Patrick Torre, the hooker, with a chance to increase the lead, but he stubbed his foot. Poor kick. 14-10, Paris ahead.
The defence just hesitated, and off they went. Look at the strength there. This is what brought the crowd to their feet. Oh, great stuff.
Terrific try. Adams, he bounced this man off. Sova Tabua, the fullback. And that's a penalty. You can steal the ball, but you can't do that. Jason Sands penalised by referee Stuart Cummings.
Not too outside.
Messing around at the play, the ball. That's not allowed. They've made a change. Dean Lawford has been withdrawn and Mark Aston has come on. Broadbent with the run.
I think we'll see a different Sheffield side now. They needed someone out there to control it.
Anthony Farrell's on as well, 17.
He'll do the work, Will Farrell. We know that he's capable of doing that.
And he's come on for Danny McAllister. Meanwhile, it's Paul Carr who takes the tackle from Kabastani. And here's Aston. And there's Sheridan. And this is Andy Hay. Good run down the middle from Hay. Aston has supported him. There's Farrell. Ball out wide. Oh, that's a great pass. And that's a wonderful try from Matt Crowther. That was a superb pass over the shoulder from Anthony Farrell. And Aston and Farrell have come on and they've worked the wonder. Crowther with the try.
The one thing that makes a coach happy is when you make the substitute and within seconds. It was wonderful work there by Anthony Farrell. Out wide there. Well finished off. It really was great football. A coach's dream. Aston out wide. Back on the inside there. Did well, did Hay. Aston again, keeping it alive. But look at this. 3-4 going. And the winger quite happy. And why not? Beautiful combined effort there. See the step there from Aston. But this is well worth watching again. Beautiful stuff. Crowther made no mistake. The Eagles are flying back.
And a big smile on the face of Matt Crowther. And why not? The 21-year-old played in the Challenge Cup ties against Huddersfield and Halifax. Kicked goals. Now he's got his first Super League try under his belt. And Crowther the man. Can he add the extra 2 to the 4 that he's just scored? It's level pegging here at the Charlety Stadium. And this will give the Eagles the lead again. It's got chances. It didn't have the legs. It was on target. We're level again. 14-all.
Keep the ball alive. You can see that the Paris defence is going backwards. And then they've just got to turn around. There's no one line. And once this was sucked in, 4 men, nobody out wide there. Pishkanov had come well in off his wing.
So 14-all, Danny McAllister replaced by Anthony Farrell, who played a huge part in that equalising try for the Eagles. 14-all, there he is. Farrell, first touch really, and it was a wonderful pass. Here's Shamaran again, the captain, trying to lift his team now. Less than half an hour to go, 27 minutes left in the opening Super League fixture. And the Stones Super League is alive and is well. And my word, it's kicking here. Great contest. 5 tackles gone for Paris Saint-Germain, and on tap was surely put boot to ball. Well, he tried to, but he was enveloped by Hay and Cook. On the halfway, that's the turnover.
Wasn't meant for Ontar there, a real mix-up in the Paris attack. Just lost the plot slightly there. They were looking for the kicker. Onte was in the line.
We've had 9 turnovers in all in this match at Charlety. That's a very high count. Players have been caught in possession on the last tackle, probably far too often for their coach's liking. But the Eagles now trying to keep the ball alive and doing so.
They look a different side, don't they? They're buzzing now with Mark Aston taking control. And they're running,
fellow.
Yeah, they're running at this guy. He's pretty strong. Switching of play. They're working now, the forwards.
Here's Sheridan again. There's Linton Stott. All wrapped up. Linton Stott by Patrick on tap. Hay in the dummy half. Here's Aston. Shape for the kick. The pass to Carr. A great try. Well, how about that for a 1-2 from Gary Hetherington? Farrell there in the picture had a hand in the first try in this second half, and Aston has just created that for Paul Carr.
Super skills there by the substitute Mark Aston. He delays the pass. See how he just dummied there. They expected the kick. Beautiful play. Paul Carr, good position. See how they held off. Jason Sands, the prop forward, just a split second, but what a superb pass. Is it a kick? No. See the loose forward, Kabasani, and Carr gleefully accepts that. Well-worked try. Smiles must be all around now on the coach, Gary Hetherington, and why not? Well, he was disappointed to be left out of the opening squad. Mark Aston has proved it now.
Paul Carr's try, and he has quite a habit of scoring tries at exactly the right time for Sheffield Eagles. Leading try scorer in each of the past 2 seasons there. Paul Carr's come up with the goods again. 2 in 5 minutes in the first half, 2 in 5 minutes in the second half for the Eagles, and Crowther with the opportunity here from almost in front to stretch the lead to 6 points. And he's missed it. Oh, well, that's a big blunder by Matt Crowther, and how important that might be at the end of tonight.
Well, that was unbelievable.
Look at that, 17,873 people. The main stand here at the Charlety Stadium is packed, and it's great to see. And well done, Jacques Perrault. Well done, European Super League. We're off to a flyer in Paris, and Sheffield ahead, 18-14.
Still not out of it either, this Paris side. They really have tried hard. Look at that, good running there. Loose forward. Jacques Petch leading the way there. Quick play of the ball. That's what's needed now.
Bloomfield has come on via Bloomfield. The man who was only brought into this team at the last moment, and he's come on for Darren Adams, who scored that try. And this is Brown. Todd Brown gets the pass out. Lucas has joined the line. They're inside the 20-metre zone, and they've made 73 metres on that set of 6. Now, will they be caught in possession again? It's a lovely ball inside. There's Kasala. Some strength. He's in. Oh, that's Shamaran, the captain. They have come up off the canvas, and they have come up with the goods, Paris Saint-Germain. And Pierre Chamaran, the captain, on the end of the last pass.
Tremendous team try. Keeping the ball alive, back on the inside. Absolutely wonderful. Good play by the prop forward, Gregory Kasala. Slips it back onto the inside. The man that can support all night long, Pierre Chamaran, has put Paris Saint-Germain back into this game. He uses the foil. Look at that, back on the inside. Beautiful work, and look how the big prop forward. He turns, puts the shoulder, then twists in the tackle. He did well there. Upper body strength. Carr tried hard.
Chamaran with the try. Torre with the goal. And that came on the last tackle. We've been talking all night about the number of times the ball's been turned over, but it's come up here for Paris. They lead now by 20 points to 18.
That really was a superb effort. Started it all, this Chamaran, back on the inside. Sands did well, but this prop forward, well, an unknown quantity. He will certainly make a name for himself in this game.
20 points to 18. 21 and a half minutes of the second half remaining. And we mentioned, Steve, when Matt Crowther missed that goal from in front of the post not too long ago. how important that might be at the end of the day. It's important at the moment. Paris ahead by those two.
Well, how many times do we see a side that just stretches the lead? Okay, he missed the kick, but it looked at that point that they were taking control. Two substitutes, Farrell and Aston was taking it. And they really were getting into it, but they forgot the principles of defence. They fell away when it counted.
Last tackle here for Sheffield Eagles. Aston is caught by Onta. That's terrific defence from the little Frenchman. Aston manages to get the ball away, though, but Paul Broadbent can do little with it. The Eagles caught in possession again on the last tackle.
Well, they're going from bad to worse there. There was no need for Aston to get rid of that possession. The big prop forward, Broadbent, made a real meal of it. Well, the confidence will be building now.
Here's Bloomfeld, second half substitute via Bloomfeld, a massive prop forward. And you might have noticed that Regis Pastor-Cortina has come on as well. And the Batley fans back home remember him. He had 19 appearances for Batley, 1994-95 season.
Well, they're working the moves, and once again it's Patrick Ontar leading the way. And also this guy, Todd Brown, he's coming to his own, made some nice breaks.
Last tackle here for Paris Saint-Germain. A drop goal attempt here from Chamoran, and he's just sliced it wide of the post. He just wanted again to increase the pressure on the Eagles.
Nice try, just sliced away. In fact, in the end, wasn't anywhere near. By the way, this is where they've got to get their defence sorted out now. Make sure, apply the pressure to the Eagles so that when they do get the kicking, it will not turn the Paris side around too far into their own half.
Let's hear from one of the Paris Saint-Germain players, Darren Adams, talking with Bill.
Darren Adams taking a breather, and Paris Saint-Germain must be absolutely thrilled with this performance, Darren.
Yeah, we're pretty happy with the results at the moment. I think we're lacking a little fitness for the first game. This is our pointer game, but we're feeling really good out there.
That's the point. I mean, can you keep it up for the full 80 minutes?
Well, for the moment, we're not as professional as the English guys, but I think we've got a lot of heart out there, and the boys are really giving it, I think they're good for 80.
They are giving it a good fight, and they might not have the fitness of the English side, but my word, spirit, heart and endeavour, it's all there for everyone to see. And that's Pishkanov who catches that, and this is the zero tackle.
Good take there. Pishkanov put his body on the line. He had two in attendance then. Well, you can see that they're building in confidence. This crowd is well and truly behind them. Hard work from the forwards. That's what's needed now by this Paris Saint-Germain side. And what a difference this guy's made. Bloomfield really has run hard.
Paris enjoying the better of the possession in this second half and leading on the scoreboard too. 18 minutes to go, 2 points the difference. Ball back again to Chamoran, who really has taken control. Ball downfield into the arms of Summer Rugby. That's a zero tackle. Ontar, though, was quickly there.
Good play by Ontar, because it was not the best kick by Chamoran. He knows it as well. Right down the throat of Savatabua.
But what terrific defence from this French outfit. Pastor Cortina was there. This is Andy Hay, though, making the break. Luquez and Onta is there. And he's nearly lost his jersey, Andy Hay. This is Lawless. Super run. Oh, it just loses the possession again. It's allowed. Stealing the ball one-on-one, but the referee has ruled it a knock-on.
Well, Lawless there trying to keep that ball. Now, was it knocked on by the French side? I think referee Stuart Cummings is claiming it did, yeah.
So he's given head and feed to the Sheffield Eagles. Much to the disappointment, I must say, of the 17,000 Parisians who are inside this stadium. Here's Sheridan, and that's Garcia. The ball out wide. Crowther. Good run from Crowther again. Hunchback. Ball tucked under the arm. Here's Farrell. with a run. Gavastani had him round the middle, but he got the ball away. They have 3 more left, and they're so close, the Eagles. Ball out wide, there could be problems. He drops it. Now then, here's a chance. This is a great chance. It's Cervello, the winger. Cervello all the way, and he's got the try. Oh no, Cervello! He picked up the mistake 5 metres from his own line, and look at the light on his face. A length of the field interception try, and the Paris crowd are on their feet again. Superb try from Cervello.
Another bad mistake by the Sheffield Eagles. It looked for all the world that they had numbers out wide, and the pass was not taken by Andy Hay. He took a while to get into his stride, Cervello. He's looking there and said, I think I've got the measure. The moment of glory. There was nothing they could do to stop him. He'll enjoy that. The idea was there. It should have been a try for the Eagles if it had been taken by Andy Hay. Determined running. He knows he has the measure. There's no way in the world that he could be stopped. Savatabua just does not have the speed. What a fairy tale this is turning out to be.
Arnaud Cervello, all the French three-quarter line now have got over for tries in this first European Super League fixture. And here's the man who has led from the front, Pierre Chamorin. And I tell you what, he's got a chance of kicking this. Just short of the crossbar. Oh, he's annoyed. But Paris 24, Sheffield Eagles 18.
I think half of the crowd at that far end, they were actually trying to help and blow it over. Now there's the pass, it was try time. Cervello's positioning in defence was not good, but he's certainly come up with the goods on this occasion. It's all about taking your chances. The opportunity presented itself, and Cervello came up with trumps.
They have a 6-point lead now, Paris Saint-Germain. We are less than 14 minutes now from the final siren, and what a fairy tale start this would be for the men of Paris Saint-Germain. 17,800 inside the Charlety Stadium for this opening European Super League fixture. And when you consider that they get 1,000 and no more for rugby union club fixtures in this city, this is a remarkable night.
Nice kick downfield there from Aston. Let's get out of here, but it's a little bit too long. Didn't want it that long. Wanted to apply the pressure. Hope to make a mistake. Well, I'm sure that Mazaret, the Paris coach, will get the message out to no frills football from here on in. Hard work with the forward. What a great second half this fella's had.
Pishkanov, Mikhail Pishkanov, the Moldovan international. They're making inroads every time they get the ball. That's Jack Pesh. Great break. They're in the Sheffield Eagles half of the field again, and they're keeping the ball alive because Onta was not tackled. Well, they're getting this crowd behind them. There's no doubt about that.
Well, they mentioned that they thought that they may run out of steam, but it's certainly not showing at the moment. It's amazing what the confidence can do. Ever since this guy came on, he really has run determined.
Well, he came on with a huge bandage on his knee, did Via Bloomfeld, and I thought there was a problem with him, but not so. And here's Onta. He's trying to be a little bit too cocky there, the little Frenchman. He lost the ball, and Paul Broadbent says, thank goodness for that.
Try to get it round Paul Carr there. Well, it's going to have something special from the Eagle side to get out of this one. They really have applied the pressure. And it looks like Pastre caught a bad knock then. I think he collided with Lawless's head. Holding the knee.
Yes, he's limping his way back into the defensive line, though, as Paul Carr tries to conjure something up for the Eagles. 11.5 minutes left for play here at the Charlety Stadium. Garcia gets the pass out to Crowther. Look at the tackling, though, from this Paris Saint-Germain outfit. Jacques Perrault called them into the middle of this Charlety Stadium yesterday and delivered a pep talk. And so far, the pep talk is working. That's another wasted kick from Aston.
The pep talk, yes, working for the Paris side. I'm afraid the kicking game from Mark Aston just is not going his way.
Kick, touching goal. They want to bring Devecchi, little scrum half who can also play standoff half. They want to bring him on.
Safety first, that's what they've got to do. Work it hard and then kick the ball down the field, should I say. A good chase. Pen the Sheffield side in their own quarter. And there's a few walking out, but then on the Eagles side, they found it tough going.
And this is Jacques Pesh. He had support. The support is there. Pesh is getting it again. And the ball out wide once more to Cervello. And it's a dream for Arnaud Cervello. Jacques Pesh supported the man with the football brilliantly. Kept the movement going. And Cervello, his second try in the last 5 minutes. Arnaud Cervello. Well, the smile on his face really says it all.
Jacques Perrault said he had a dream, and it looks like the vision is paying the rewards. Underneath, away goes a loose forward. The big fella, Blomfield, back on the inside. Jacques Pesh out wide, and Cervello. The crowd have gone absolutely bananas here. Jacques Pesh, he didn't just stop, he supported, and that's the reason why they scored the try. Some wonderful football by this Paris Saint-Germain side. You can't go high on such a big fella like that. And they are rewarded. Super, super stuff.
Arnaud Cervello, he'll remember this night, as will Pierre Chamorin if he kicks this. Well, he got the distance this time, but he didn't get the direction. Pierre Chamorin misses with the conversion attempt, but look at that. Paris Saint-Germain 28, the Eagles 18.
Beautiful pass there. Now, on to Pesh, the man that had made the break, and great support play. It was feeble tackling on the loose forward, Jacques Pesh, that allowed him to make that break. And surely, the Eagles have to come up with something extraordinary to get them out of this.
Well, Summer did well then, because they messed around with that kickoff, but he managed to get the ball back into the field of play. 8 minutes to go. Cook has gone off to be replaced by Lawton, and Carr with the run down the left-hand side.
And what a tremendous run it was from Carr. He certainly hasn't thrown the towel in, and this guy certainly won't. Anthony Farrell. Well, what it looked as though the tide had turned. It looked as though the Eagles were taking control. How wrong can you be?
Cabastani with a great tackle on Mark Aston. He is broad bent. This now is Sheridan. Lovely jinking run from Sheridan.
They've got to opt for the kick. Aston surely will get it high.
Here's Aston. There's the high kick. Now it's the charge of the Light Brigade. Oh, but what a wonderful take. Super take, and who is it who comes up with it? Little Patrick Ontar.
Well, I mentioned the fact the Paris coach, Mazaret, put Ontar back into the fullback position, and it was obviously to make sure that when the high kick went up, the solid professionalism of Patrick Ontar saving the day. Full credit to Michel Mazaret, the Paris coach. He must have a huge grin on his face.
There's a lot of work still to be done, though, in the closing 7 minutes here at Charlety. The Eagles don't want to start with a defeat. Not across the channel here in France. Invention, though. Invention from Paris. But Ryan Sheridan gets the ball back as Touré thought the opportunity had opened up for him.
Wonderful play by the hooker. It's very rare that you see Charlety go on a run on his own. He's normally quite happy to just feed the ball from the dummy half position.
They've conceded a penalty, though, the Frenchman. Here's Aston, who drops it.
Well, he took a look there at the would-be tacklers. Oh, that's getting a little bit high there from John Lawless.
The referee agrees. Stuart Cummins gives the penalty for the high tackle on Lucas by John Lawless. Frustration, I think, now for the Eagles.
Right over the top. Pull back. Lachette really did feel that one, but he won't mind.
The sixth penalty to Sheffield. And what a good contest, a good clean contest this has been. Only 10 penalties in the entire match. And they're getting going here with the Mexican wave, or should we call it the Charlety wave.
Come on now.
It's a dream start to Paris Saint-Germain's European Super League adventure. On tap with 17,800 people inside this stadium.
He's had a tremendous game. Patrick Ontard. He's played as though his life depends upon it.
They'll rattle a few pages in this Charlety Stadium during this Super League summer. It's been Sheffield's half in terms of possession, but it's the Parisians who are coming out on top on the scoreboard. We're inside the last 5. Summer again.
Will they go for the one-pointer?
Torre just hooks the ball towards the corner. Underneath it's Senior, he diffuses the bomb, does well. Under pressure from Cervello, who wants the hat-trick.
Lovely confidence there from the hooker, Torre. Nice little kick. The strong run from Farrell. He's certainly shown the way. Quite a few of these Eagles forwards really have not put the effort and the work in, but I'm sure that their coach, Gary Hetherington, wanted.
Aston gets it to Sheridan. Sheridan finds Hay. Always danger when Hay gets it. Such a big lad. He stands in the tackle, but that's an awful pass. And Bloomfield says thanks.
And he did the right thing there. He didn't struggle to try to get that ball away. He knows that possession is vital. Well, I don't know what French is for up your jumper, but that's what they need to do.
Get the dictionary out, Steve-O. We might have to find that out during the course of this season. Don't forget tomorrow, our first Saturday night, live and exclusive, Oldham against Wigan at Boundary Park. We'll be on air from 5:30. And next Thursday, a historic match at the Valley Ground at Charlton. London against Paris. Thursday at 7, we're live. The match kicks off at 7:30. And I think the people of London will turn out and watch this Paris team as Lucas goes for the line. That's on the last tackle. That's the turnover again. It's so close, it came up for them almost.
Well, when you've got 10 points to spare, it was a lovely pass there from Ontard. The fullback nearly went over. Defence vital. Oh, when I then... De Vici really did go over the top, and Lawless not happy either.
And Bloomfield receiving words from referee Stuart Cummins. The touch judge is on. I rather think he saw an elbow, and it's going to be a Sheffield Eagles player who is pulled out. Lawless, who was annoyed at the fact that he was being laid on by Bloomfield, and this is going to be a penalty to Paris Saint-Germain.
Well, it's pretty hard to see there. I think he was more a little bit upset with the referee Stuart Cummins with the fact that the substitute Fabien De Vici, and there you see Bloomfield not happy, kicking out with the feet and the elbows into the big substitute via Bloomfield. He looked at the referee and said, "Hey, come on, this guy's throwing everything at me." Just a little bit of a dig. He was trying to get away from it. Frustration, obviously.
Indeed, the touch judge saw it. He was caught. And Lawless, such an outstanding player last season, a little bit of frustration, as Steve-O says. And this is Patrick Torre, left-footed. He finds the mark, and I rather fancy that's the ball game for Paris Saint-Germain. That's increased the lead. 30 points to 18 now. Paris Saint-Germain are on the verge of history. And those people who have turned out here, Steve-O, they will be back again.
They sure will. They're a happy bunch.
And there's Michel Mazeret, the French coach, the coach of Paris Saint-Germain, a man who played in the 1972 World Cup against Steve-O. And I must say, old boy, he has lasted the course of time a little better.
You know,
he was a standoff.
Didn't surprise me that you come out with a comment like that. But he'll be happy, and rightly so. And they can only build upon this.
Well, it's a dream start for Paris Saint-Germain. We're in the last minute of this match, and they will be counting down to the final siren. That's the official time you see on your screens. Paris have won this, 30 points to 18. Sheffield trying to finish with a flourish, but it has been a wonderful exhibition from this Paris Saint-Germain side. Michel Mazeret and Jacques Fourreau, they won't sleep much tonight in the French capital. Garcia gets the pass away to Crowther. Crowther is tracked by Piskunov. 20 seconds to go. Last tackle here for Sheffield Eagles. And they lose it again, but the ball went backwards. Broadbent is allowed to carry on the momentum. Here's Sheridan. 10 seconds to go. Hay gets the ball back inside to Linton Stott. They're running it on the last tackle. 4 seconds to go. 3, 2, 1. The ball will be kept alive. This is Farrell. This is Farrell. As soon as the man is tackled in possession, it will be all over. But Senior gets the try. And Sheffield credit them for the way they kept it going right to the last. They get a try. It's purely consolation, but they did brilliantly there, Steve-O, to keep that ball going.
They never gave in. They really did keep this ball alive, and full credit to them. Farrell worked hard, never say die attitude, but I'm afraid it's just mere consolation to the Eagles. Nice work there. Keith Senior did well. He deserved that try. Came on early as a substitute when Joe Dakatonga was taken off within the first 10 minutes.
Keith Senior, substitute with the try. We're waiting for the kick from Mark Aston. And while we watch this kick, let's hear from a victorious French coach, Michel Mazeret, with Bill, as Aston adds the extra 2. Bill, it's all yours.
Michel Mazeret, you must be very proud of your side tonight.
Yes, I think our team has played a good game. We didn't know what we can do in this competition now. We know what we must do to be better and better. Tomorrow morning we have worked with the players, but we are very happy and very proud.
Have they surprised you tonight?
A little. I knew my players are able, but I didn't think that it was tonight. I thought it was perhaps in a month or in 2 months. It's better.
Michel, merci.
Au revoir.
Au revoir, Michel. Merci, Michel. Merci, Paris Saint-Germain. A tremendous start for them. A tremendous start for the Stone Super League. 30 points to 24, the final score. 17,800 people inside this ground. Sheffield Eagles have gone over to say thank you to their supporters, but it's Pierre Chamarin and the Frenchman who are celebrating at the Charlety Stadium here tonight. A terrific start. A start that really few people would have predicted. Now they go to the capital of England to play London next Thursday, a match you can see with us on Sky Sports. But this is a night that we'll all remember for a long, long time. The European Super League gets off to a flyer. Paris Saint-Germain 30, Sheffield 24.
So, Will. You weren't there, Will.
Jack Nicholson and Michelle Pfeiffer.
Well, you seem pretty helpless now.
Our
without guilt, love without doubt. That feels good to me. What? What's so scary?
Premier Wolf, 10 o'clock this Saturday on Sky Movies.
Oh, it's been a tough week.
But things are looking up.
Yeah, that's right. It's Friday night.
Yeah, the weekend starts here.
Exactly. Meet the boys, have a laugh.
But not tonight.
Oh, yeah? What's the plan?
We're meeting my new friend.
Hello? Anyone I know?
I doubt it. She's got a brain.
Nice legs?
I didn't actually notice. There she is. Catherine, with the legs you hadn't actually noticed.
I like the car.
It likes you too.
What?
Careful, Catherine. He's only after your brains.
The new Renault Megane. It talks your language.
There's now an easier way to play the National Lottery.
Lucky dip, please. £1,
The terminal simply picks the numbers for you. It's you. It could be you.
Play fantasy cricket only with the Daily Telegraph. Don't get caught out. Pick up your application form tomorrow. Take part. Take the Telegraph. Kellogg's Sustain. Designed for an athlete's body, good for everybody. Crisp, light, multi-grain flakes, juicy sultanas, delicious apple and almond that taste so good, they make the perfect start to the fullest day. New Kellogg's Sustain.
Looking for a holiday? Then pick up the paper with the biggest selection. It's smart to start with Dalton's Weekly, on sale now.
There is a tyre that gives up to a 5% saving on fuel in comparison with our standard tyres. Michelin Energy, driving down the cost of motoring.
Energizer, the batteries that give toys a longer life. Celebrate Walt Disney Pictures' Toy Story, the film where toys really come to life. You can get free Toy Story gifts when you buy Energizer batteries. Energizer, giving toys a longer life.
I've bred men for 30 years now.
Dave was my first, and since then I've bred 2 more, Stephen and Greville, at a later date. They've got a lot of energy, and if left unsupervised, it can cause problems, I'm afraid.
Work, health and play is what the doctor ordered. We're lucky here, because I'm right on the common.
Just look at their lovely shiny coats. Who said the way to a man's stomach is through his mouth?
And my 3 are no exception. Which is why I always recommend Worthington Draft Bitter. It's a velvety smooth dream of a pint.
Hark how they lap it up.
I am impressed by the lack of marrow bone and
lumps of rabbit. Given the choice, my men go for it every time. I like to think that hopefully Worthington goes towards giving them a happier life.
Join a network where everyone is billed by the second. Call 0800 80 10 80.
Well, how's that for a start to the European Super League? Paris 30, Sheffield Eagles 24. Bonquet, Piscanoff, Adams, Devello and Pierre Chamarin with the tries. Torre with the 3 goals. Lawford, Harry, Crowther, Carr and Senior. They tried their hardest. Crowther and Aston with the goals. 17,873 here. A quite remarkable night in the French capital. And a happy Paris captain, Pierre Chamarin, talking now to Bill.
I have to tell you that a couple of weeks ago, Pierre Chamarin promised me that he would do this interview in English if Paris Saint-Germain won. You've won. You must be very proud.
Yeah, I'm very proud for all the people who got me very prideful for my team match. It's wonderful.
What do you think it's down to, this victory tonight?
We had a really bad moment in the game. We kicked the ball, we tried to kick the ball, we had a lot of goals, and this is, let's just get everyone to play it now.
really good. Maybe the big moment was when Sheffield almost scored. Arno Cervello picked up the ball and went the length of the field. That must have lifted you.
Yeah, he's got everybody here. Arno is pretty fast. Makes a good break. I think it's a lot out. I don't know, I'm so optimistic.
What about this crowd?
Wonderful. It's the first time I see a crowd in France. Rugby League.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you very much.
There's the statistics from this match. 156 team tackles to 142 for Paris. 8 scrums, a clean game, 11 penalties, 6 to Sheffield. 25 handling errors, 15 from Sheffield, crucially. And they had the possession in each half, but Paris came up with the victory. Right, let's hear now from the little general himself, Patrick Onta.
Patrick, the dream you spoke about before the game has come true.
It's really the dream. I remember last month when I come to London and we start the Super Eagles sky. Every people around me, they say, you think Paris can be something inside the Super League? And I say, of course. But tonight, you see the atmosphere. I can believe the atmosphere like that. The public is behind us. And the players do a very, very big game. But tonight is a dream. But tomorrow, the championship carry on. So, after tonight, stop the dream and back to the training with a future and 100% for the next game with the London Broncos.
But I think you've shown the rest of Super League that Paris Saint-Germain are going to be tough on their own match.
Yeah, what I said before is the English player don't like to travel, you know, because the special atmosphere here, because there are just one team in France. So there is a big difference between all the team in England and Paris, because all the Rugby League in France is beyond Paris. So it's more strong, it's more good for us.
Patrick, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Well done, Patrick Onta. Well done, Paris Saint-Germain. They have won here tonight a famous victory
in front
of a crowd of 17,800. It's worth emphasising that before we go off air again tonight. 17,800 people came here tonight and saw Rugby League played in the capital of France. Absolutely fantastic. Now, before the match, we
teed up one or two of the crucial battles that you will be
watching
on Sky Sports this evening.
Yes, Chamartin against Linton Stott. Steve-O picked them out. Let's see how that battle went during the course of this evening. Well, Chamartin made 15 tackles to Stott's 14. He missed 3 compared to Stott's 1.
He made 1,
which is a breakthrough tackler. Linton Stott made 2. He carried the ball up 13 times compared to Stott's 15. He didn't make any handling errors. Linton Stott made 2. Steve-O, who won the battle? Who won the battle between Chamartin and Stott, personally?
I'd have to say Chamartin, mainly due to the fact that he made no handling errors. That was a big problem with